Hi everybody. Sorry I cannot be there today. I've got a sick little guy at home, so we're going to just work through these plans, and I think you guys will be fine because you're already on a roll. You've done 4 stations. There's just 2 more to go, and then we'll introduce the density measurements today as well. So if you recall, we've been working in this document on Google Classrooms. You're going to get your Chromebooks in a moment, get onto Google Classroom. You might have linear measurement and mass to do today, or you might have a regular volume of solids and weight to do today, but the center column, no matter what, are the measurements that you need to be filling in during class time, okay? The right-hand column, if you get these filled in during class, you're doing great. Okay, these must be filled in, and you should never delete anything that I've typed in here, but if you don't finish it during class, it does become homework. That was block 5 yesterday, and it is actually continuing to be block 5 again today. All right, so again, 2 remaining stations. Now, in terms of a timeline for you for these 2 stations, just to give you an idea of how long things should take, let's say we have about, I don't know, 5 minutes to get the Chromebooks out, and then about another maybe 12 to 14 minutes total, right? Then we're looking at around 20 to maybe 25 minutes for the 2 remaining stations, okay? After that, everything becomes a density station, okay? Now, to that end, you might have noticed that there's some things at your station that weren't there yesterday. Every station today has a triple beam balance that I supplied you with yesterday. All right, so you all have a triple beam balance. You all have some pennies in a small container, okay? And you all have a supply of water. Remember, it is not measured and it is not in any type of measuring tool that you're going to be using. So, for density, okay, you're going to measure the density of 2 objects. This is after you finish the last 2 stations on that hyperdoc that I have shared with you, okay? So you're going to be measuring the density of 10 pennies and the density of water, okay? For the 10 pennies, this is pretty easy. You can just get the mass using the triple beam balance. I'm just going to abbreviate it, okay? And for volume, guess what? It's already done. Remember, you did it either today, yesterday, or the day before at station 4. So no need to do that one again, okay? After you get the mass, after you get the volume, then calculate the density, okay? Now, to that end, when you look at the Google Doc, you might notice that it says for the density station, if I could scroll down here, it says down here that when you're doing density, not only do you want the density, you want the formula for density, right? Not only do you want the definition, but you also want the formula for density. So make sure that you're including that. Anything else that's being asked there in that right-hand column, okay? So for water, I'm going to give you kind of a big hint for water, okay? Here's your hint, okay? In order to get the density of water, okay, specifically the mass, that tends to be tricky for students, you are going to want a graduated cylinder. You have them at your stations. You should know what they are. You already used them when looking at the volume of liquids, okay? And you're going to want to measure it both empty and with your water inside of it, okay? That's kind of a big hint. Right? When you're measuring the mass, you want to use a graduated cylinder, and you want that graduated cylinder both empty and with some water. That's a big hint on how to get the density of water. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, we all know the density of water, but this is a good way to measure your precision of measurement and see if you can actually get it to be the proper measurement, okay? So that brings us to homework, okay, with regards to homework. All right, you are finishing the measurement station questions for those 2 stations that you completed, and you're also going to finish the measurement station questions for the density ones. Those are all at the bottom of that Google Doc that you have. All right, it's still block 5. We haven't progressed with what we're doing, so we're still on block 5. That was the homework yesterday. It's the homework today for the weekend as well. All right? Hopefully this is pretty clear. I will see you on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.